Gilmore. Thank you for joining us for Mayor at Noon. During the show, you'll have an opportunity to ask us questions live. Santa Clara stands out among U.S. cities for being a city rich with culture and diversity. Our Santa Clara community contributes to the vibrant character of the Bay Area. The recent census data ranked Santa Clara as one of the most diverse U.S. cities, with Asian American residents comprising 45% of our population. My special guest today is Diana Ding. Diana is at the forefront of this cultural interconnectivity. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mayor Lisa. And thanks for the whole production team and our audience.
Yeah, thank you. You're a professional at this, so we're going to ask you for our grades after how our production team did. So thank you so much for being here. So Diana is the CEO and founder of Ding Ding TV. She has helped bridge Asian American communities by providing a platform. She has produced innovative television and online programming such as the Civic Leadership Forum and Innovation Dialogue, featuring a diverse array of local Bay Area political leaders, as well as highlighting important global innovators in the Asian American community and beyond. Diana works closely with immigrant communities, connecting services, providing Chinese language news, and promoting entrepreneurship. She also showcases important multicultural events and charitable works. Diana recently sponsored forums on anti-Asian hate crimes and hosted the 2022 California Small Business Forum and Workshop with our very own Silicon Valley Central Chamber of Commerce. She is an award-winning producer, program director. She was awarded 2 Hero Awards and is a beloved Chinese radio and television personality. We are so honored today to have her on the show. Welcome again, Diana. I'm so excited to talk to you today.
Thank you. First of all, I want to congratulations to you for get the award for the most influential women leader, and also our city to be the best city of diversity.
Yes, there's a lot of things. I still don't have 2 Hero Awards like you, though, so I have a lot to look forward to.
There are so many unsung heroes, just people don't know.
There are, and that's why you're on the show today. I want people to get to know you. So with that in mind, I would like our audience to really find out, who is Diana Ding? I gave this big, long intro to you, but we really want to dig deep on who you are. Tell us about your early years and what brought you to the position that you are in today. And did you ever imagine that you would be both behind the camera and in front of the camera in your career?
Oh, this question will take 1 hour, but I'm going to make it shorter.
Okay.
Well, I was born in China, northwest of China, and also spent over 10 years in the southern China, Guangdong province. I was born in Qinghai province, next to Tibet. But I spent over 10 years in Guangdong province in the southern China before I came to the United States in 2001, not long ago. And I was working in a high-tech company. We do system on chips as an administration director before I start my media career. And I won the first prize of the radio host competition from Xintao radio station. That started my career in the media. And later on, I had my nightly talk show on TV called Amazing Diana. So we interviewed hundreds of...
Amazing Diana.
Amazing Diana, we gave a name on that. We interviewed hundreds of community leaders, tech leaders, elected officials, and artists, and that's where I started my media career. But when I was a child, I was very active, so I won the singing competition. So I kind of, a long time ago, I picture myself on stage, and that's the place I really enjoy.
So in only 20 years, you have accomplished all those things I just mentioned in the introduction of you. That's pretty amazing. But being a singer, I didn't know that was your true passion in life. So maybe we'll have a moment you can sing a few bars for us at the end of the show.
Maybe at our community events. I would
maybe
do that.
community.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
would make people buy tickets just to come hear you
no.
sing. So that's wonderful. So community involvement, community interactions, and community connections seem to be a theme in your life. Tell us about who may have inspired you in your life, and who do you consider to be your role model or role models if you have more than one?
There are many role models, including you. But I'm going to start with my parents. Actually, my father, who's been teaching in university for 42 years, Professor Ding Xuede, he was one that inspired me that people need to be humble, because I used to be a proud little girl. And he told me that people like you and treat you well is not because how good you are, but because how nice they are.
Oh.
I always remember what he told me, that really, be humble and be really appreciate with everyone and everything happened in my life. And my mom is a very generous lady. She's dominant, but she's very generous. We had an apple tree when we were a kid. And whenever the tree is fruitful, she would give the biggest apples to our neighbors. She told me that whenever you give things to people, remember to give the best to people. So that's what I learned from my parents. Be humble and give the best to people when you give. And
I have to say before you go on, you are certainly following in their footsteps because of all your long resume of everything that you have done. You always remain very humble in what you do, and you seem very appreciative all the time, and you're always trying to make others, you bring out the best in others. So I just wanted to say your parents did a very good job with you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think that I'm still on the learning curve. I had another role model I want to mention, that's someone I met here in the States, in the Bay Area when we first started our company, and we got to know him, Mr. Sandy Chow. He's a serial entrepreneur, a successful investor, and also a philanthropist. And he actually, he has a philosophy. He said, from a receiver to a giver is a path to all the immigrants. All the immigrants come to this great country. First of all, you receive help, you receive support, and then you become successful and develop yourself. The purpose for this is to become a giver. So you become a leader, lead with the example of a contributor. That's what I learned from him.
I had the great pleasure of meeting Mr. Sandy Chow, so I've seen him in action, and you certainly are correct that he definitely is a giver.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So you've been in the media and business world for a while now, and as a woman and as an Asian American woman, tell us about the difficulties you have faced and what you learned from your experiences, and most importantly, how that translates into the successful woman that you are today. It's a tough question, I know.
Lots of difficulties, I would say. But I'm not going to mention, concentrate about difficulties. I want to see what I learned from this, because the first and the most difficult thing is the language barrier. I feel like our English is never good enough to express what's in our heart and on our mind. It's never good enough. But you have to communicate with people with this language. So this gave me the many opportunities when I first came to this country, and so many people helped me, and they correct my mistakes. I remember, one day when I just came here, walking on the street, holding an umbrella to block the sunshine, an old lady came in to me and said, "Honey, it's not raining."
I like the accent.
I like it. So I learned to enjoy sunshine because, when I was in the Guangdong province, the sun is really, that's much hotter.
Hotter and harsher.
Yeah, harsher. So,
right.
So I learned to enjoy sunshine. I feel like, there are so many things, just open your heart to appreciate the difference and learn something that you don't know and learn the difference between the culture. And another thing is the cultural barrier. Because there are so many things. Like when we grown up, we were taught to not to have your voice be heard. Can you believe that? We were taught that way. Be quiet, you Asian women, you be quiet, and you don't talk, and let men talk, let men lead. That's what we brought up to. So you have to overcome so many things to have your voice be heard, and also help others, help their voice be heard. This is really, a long journey for me, but I think that I'm so fortunate that I have so many people on my way helping me, like Sandy Chow, like Joe Wang, like Ken Fang, and Jing Hong, so many great people. They set a great example for me.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't listen to any of that advice, because you went actually in the opposite direction.
Yes.
You have a communications company. You are communicating constantly on television, radio, online.
Yes.
You went the opposite, and you're helping people.
Yes, I think
yes.
I'm lucky because my husband is very supportive. And
I've met your husband, and I'm pretty impressed that he supports everything that you do, because I'll tell you that's hard to find, especially an innovative woman like you and a leader out there. It's nice that you found your soulmate to support you. So hats off to him. Yes.
I thank God for every day for him.
Yes, that's wonderful. Okay, so wow, there's so much to talk to you. I wish we had a couple of hours, but we don't. So there are so many conferences, forums, and events that you promote, but we only have time to talk about a couple of them today, and I want to make sure that we get to them. But I believe our viewers would take great interest in your Civic Leadership Forum, Silicon Valley. Can you tell us about that event? And I think we have some pictures, too, that we're going to show at the same time.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, yes. Civic Leadership Forum actually was started by Mr. Sandy Chow.
Oh, okay.
Because, he was the one inspired me of the civic engagement. Then later, I learned the most important things about civic engagement and social responsibilities. Because many of the Asian families, they will say, well, we don't want to, take our time. They don't feel that's important for them to vote even. And they don't see that very important for the elected officials or political issues.
Is that because they don't feel they're part of the community? Or what is it?
Part of the reason that they are quite close to their own community. Another reason is because, they are surviving, work hard and, raising kids and, families, and everyone is so busy and so, they are I would say, the model citizens. Model minorities. They work so hard and they follow the rules. But the thing is, if you are not at the table, you will be on the table.
I like that.
Yes, that's someone told me. I really like what he said. It's so true, So we want to really bring the awareness for people, for Asian communities, how important to get this civic engagement and to get involved and also have our voice be heard, and also to choose the one that really can represent us to become the elected officials.
I also think that you're the forums that you promote, and I've been to several of them over the years. I know we have some pictures there. I've been to several of them over the years, but people trust in your integrity and they respect your organization, so they participate in the forums. And I have been to some of your forums, and you have very high-ranking leaders and others who are more than willing to come and participate in your forums. So whatever you're doing is right, because you're really getting the message out, because people are comfortable that you're delivering the message in the right way.
I feel like, we're so fortunate. I don't know if we're delivering the message in the right way, but I feel like, every time when you do it from your heart, with no personal agenda, and also you are working with your community. Actually, when we are able to do that because we have so many partners. We partners with many organizations and wonderful people and leaders, and we work together. For example, we just did one on the end of last year, a dialogue between Asian and African American community, because
Wonderful.
We see so many Asian attacked and Asian hate crimes. There's a misunderstanding. Our Asian seniors really afraid of black kids. They working on street, they see a black kid, they're afraid. But actually, there's no need for such, frightens. So we hold this dialogue between the communities to understand the difference and appreciate the difference. I hope that through this sincere dialogue, our Asian seniors were no longer afraid of black kids, and our black neighbors will no longer feel unwelcomed by Asian communities.
And I think that is so wonderful that you're taking different cultures and different nationalities, putting together to talk to each other.
Yeah,
because I think that's important.
Yeah, we feel so blessed. You know, we got our assembly members, even got Congress members to attending us. And you know, you were on our civic leadership forum once.
Well, I even saw former Mayor Willie Brown.
Oh, Willie Brown, yes.
Just recently at one of your forums. I thought,
yes.
that must have been interesting to hear him. He's always such a great speaker. So you're excited about a special project that you are working on that involves capturing stories of Asian Americans. Can you give us an exclusive preview of your project?
Well, that's actually when the pandemic just started in 2020. We started a video competition called In Time of COVID-19 to uplift our community. I would like to play a little bit trailer for that, yes.
We have a trailer.
Yes.
I think everybody put in a lot of emotion into what they're doing. It's coming from their heart.
Great animations, and then you had some short stories. To be able to do this all within a minute.
On love, on resilience, of humanity, of eagerness to give.
Because we all are going through it, and it gives me hope.
20 times something about COVID-19. One thing, but yet everyone had different minds, perspective.
Blown away by how 20 different points of view can be presented effectively in 1 minute.
Well,
wow, I saw Supervisor Otto Lee in there as well. So tell us about, this is exciting, tell us about this.
Yes, I want to thanks to our production team again for playing that video. You know, through that video competition, we found that there were so many great content creators and filmmakers and journalists. Actually, those people are the heroes. During the pandemic, they are creating contents and telling the community stories, but they never get recognized. So we want to host that competition, and we're planning a video competition for the filmmakers and independent journalists to tell the Asian stories. Well, not only Asian, I would say all the ethnic stories. And we are talking with some potential sponsors and also partners together. We want to really bring those stories to mainstream and let more people get to know their stories, and also to identify those unsung heroes through the stories.
Are they 1 minute stories? Is that what's the limitation on that? I'm curious.
Well, for that short story, we're thinking about at least 5 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to be too short. But you know, more focus on personal story. You know, tell the personal story, and could be your grandma, your neighbor, or someone you look up for. You know, how they inspired your life. And also, we want to see that, you know, we Asians, we are the contributors, and we want to be really, you know, telling our story and share our culture. And there are so many great leaders behind the stories.
I think it's fantastic because there's no way to memorialize a lot of these stories and that most of us have never heard. But this is a great way to do that, and really to capture history and have it live on for, you know, future generations.
Oh,
so
yes.
I love this. This is wonderful.
I will invite you to be part of that too.
Oh, I would really love to, because it's the history of our people and our area and our community. I think it's pretty phenomenal. So wonderful. So Diana, you're a leader for organizations connecting people in the community to businesses and resources. And one of the groups that you have that I read about that piqued my interest was your Women's Entrepreneurs Club. Can you tell us about this club of women entrepreneurs?
Well, we started this on the Clubhouse. Last year, the Clubhouse was really hot. So we spent a lot of time on Clubhouse. So actually, we started 2 clubs on Clubhouse. One is the Silicon Valley Entrepreneurs Club. That club have gathered really, I think, over 3,000 people. Yeah.
3,000?
Over 3,000 people. First, we start with daily talk show on Clubhouse, but spend a lot of time, and then we changed that to weekly. So actually, we have other 4 wonderful women leaders: Sandy Wang, CEO from Dingding TV, and Ruby Song, the leader for the education company. Another one is Sunny Shen, the Qipao Queen.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunny, yes, yeah. She is a fantastic leader too. Another one is Hui Xu. We 5 women, we get together, we're thinking that, women entrepreneurs are really the special group. And we need to get together and support and help each other.
Right.
And tell each other's story, inspire each other. So we actually, weekly, we share our stories on Clubhouse. So many people get involved. And turn out many of them are in Bay Area.
Oh.
So we said, okay, why don't you just come? So we get together all this, gathering at Dingding TV. And the vice mayor from Milpitas, Carmen. Yeah, Carmen came. Yes. She's also an entrepreneur. I would say you are also an entrepreneur because all of us have the spirit of entrepreneurs. Women entrepreneurs, special, a special group. We think alike, and it's really easy for us to work together, supporting each other's business and also help each other.
So at the end of the show, we're going to have some contact information on how to contact Dingding TV and you. So hopefully people will take that and send you any interest they may have in joining some of these organizations.
Yes, wonderful, thank you.
Good, great. So during the pandemic, many Asian-owned businesses were hit particularly hard, but you created a forum to support small businesses. It was the 2022 Small Business Forum. So tell us about that. I participated in the beginning of it, but it was a really phenomenal forum. So tell us about that.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we had California State Treasurer Fiona Ma was there. Fiona Ma was there.
Yes.
I was so thankful. Actually, that is together with other 2 organizations. One is American Teozhou Foundation. Another is APAPA, and also with our Silicon Valley Central Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
And Oakland, Chinatown Chamber of Commerce, and the U.S.-China Chamber of Commerce, Silicon Valley. So we have so many partners bring together this event. Asian community, because May is a Asian Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. So we do that also to celebrate the Heritage Month. Asian business especially hit hard during the COVID. And many businesses, they are out of business, running out of business for now. So we really want to, bring the awareness for them to see there is a resource from our government, from our California and from our county, that how to do business with government, how to access the resource. So we invited speakers from the Small Business Bureau of California and county and give them a workshop the whole day. Over 200 people sign up, small business owners. Some people told me, they said, wow, we never knew that there's such resource. We never heard about this.
It was tremendous, the number of resources that all these officials were talking about that day. There was some I had never heard of either, but they were so helpful. I hope is it online somewhere?
Yeah, it's online.
On Dingding TV?
Yeah, we post on Dingding TV and post on our YouTube channel. If you get on YouTube and search Dingding TV, you will see all our videos there. And our website, we have this. But we have a tremendous of content every day, so you need to search that. You will be able to find the content. I think it's really important for people to get to know there's opportunity there.
Right.
There's hope there. And we can, we are able to access that.
I just remember when the pandemic first hit in March of 2020, and we were all scrambling to try to figure out what to do, and we didn't have enough face masks and PPE, that you, as the president of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce,
U.S.-China
Chamber of Commerce,
yes,
brought over boxes of face masks and PPE for our city. You were the first person to come and donate, and I'll never forget that because it was so generous, and nobody asked you. You just brought it over like thousands of pieces for our city, and it really got us through, especially those early days. So thank you. I don't know if I've thanked you for that, but you did that. I remember that, and we took a picture and
Yes.
with the boxes, and it was pretty amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us opportunity. That's actually from our founding member of the founder of the U.S.-China Chamber of Commerce, Yizhuang Huang, and all the board members. And we actually have a donation from our members, and then we were able to buy the PPE.
It really helped us through those early days, so thank you. So we have just a little bit of time. I think we have one comment today from our viewers, from Larry Oliveira, who is a very longtime viewer of the show. He said, "Keep up the good work, Diana Ding and Mayor Gilmore."
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. We appreciate that. So I know we're running out of time, but I have a couple of questions for you to end the show. The first one, and I just can't even imagine this, how does Diana Ding unplug and recharge? With everything you're doing, you have a family, you have children, how do you unplug? How do you turn this all off?
Well, when I'm at home and when I'm cooking for my family, and also when I grow my rose, I look at the flower and taking good care of the flower. That's a moment I'm quiet and I take a deep breath. I feel so content of my life.
That's good for you. I like the cooking part. You're still working, you're cooking. I wouldn't call that unplugging, but okay, if that's what makes you happy, that's wonderful. And what message would you like to leave our viewers today, Diana?
Well, I feel like, we are the city of the diversity, the best city for the diversity. How can diverse community work together? This is always the thing I want to, really want to work with people, because many of the communities, they're working only in their own community. Japanese American, Chinese American, Indian American, Filipino American, Vietnamese American, Jewish American. I would see that how can all the different diverse communities work together. I'll be happy to attend their event and get to know them and learn how can we work together.
And we talked about this, and I think that's fabulous because we have so many special communities in Santa Clara. Mm-hmm. Let's put them all together, yes, because I think they'll enjoy everyone's cultures, nationalities. They learn from everyone, the food, everything. So we need to celebrate our community as a whole. Thank you so much for being on the show today. You've been a fabulous guest, and we've learned so much from you. So I think that we're going to put up your contact information as well from everyone that would be interested in following through. But thank you again, Diana. You've been really wonderful today.
Thank you. It's truly my great honor to be on your show, Mayor Lisa Gilmore, and also my great honor to be at here City Hall. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's all the time we have for Mayor at Noon. Until next time, be well, Santa Clara.